Hi, and welcome to the latest episode of the Rock and Roll Experience with Mike Brunn. On this quick episode, we talk a little bit about the coronavirus and how Kiss just recently canceled one of their meet and greets. We also talk a little bit about whether or not we were going to change any of our plans to go to concerts or other meet and greets that we may have scheduled in the weeks ahead. By no means are we doctors, and you should take all of this as just two people's opinions, nothing more, nothing less. We would encourage everybody who's watching this to do whatever you think is the right decision and best decision for yourself. Also, if you're watching this, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button below on my YouTube channel. And also, head over to my Facebook page, The Rock and Roll Experience with Mike Brunn, where each and every day we talk about all the rock and roll music that you love. Now, without further ado, let's jump in and let's get into our discussion on the coronavirus and if it's going to impact any of our plans to go to concerts or meet and greets. Thanks in advance for watching, and please leave your comments below and let us know what you think. All right, hey everybody, welcome to the latest episode of the Rock and Roll Experience with Mike Brunn. Today I'm here once again with my good buddy Vincent LaRusso, and we were just going to discuss a quick blast of a news story that's out there regarding Kiss canceling their meet and greet, the coronavirus, people's plans for the summer, and how any of this impacts it. So how you doing there, buddy?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. So, as you probably heard, Friday night, Kiss canceled their meet and greet in Oakland. I believe it was kind of last minute. They cited the coronavirus as the reason why they were canceling, and I guess concerns about perhaps spreading stuff amongst the band members from the fans or whatever. So, obviously these guys are a little bit up in age. What were your thoughts when you heard that they canceled this? Do you think it's an overreaction? Do you think it's a smart move on their part? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts are that I think it's actually a bigger story that Kiss actually canceled a meet and greet than the coronavirus itself.
That's very true.
Kiss to cancel, yeah.
I have to say, I have not heard that they gave refunds.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I heard that they allowed people to take pictures with like Paul Stanley's guitar. I heard that they still did like whatever spread of food they had there, and they gave signed pictures or whatever, but I have not heard, and maybe somebody watching this could confirm if they actually gave refunds or partial refunds or something. But yeah, to your point, that would be the bigger news if actually Gene Simmons gave back money to fans. So.
Yeah. Well, my opinion of that is that if they were still allowed to have some sort of access, then maybe they give him some sort of limited or discount, because it's really unfair for people who pay really good money to have a meet and greet.
Yep.
I mean, they're not there to meet their guitar. So
and
as nice that is.
Yeah, and I've taken a picture with Stanley's guitar, even from I think it was the "I Was Made for Loving You" video and the "Show No Something" video. So trust me, that's a cool experience. But if I'm spending money for the meet and greet, picture with the band.
And what's that cost these days? What does that cost these days?
I think the picture with the band is $1,000, and then you get all the other stuff, backstage as well. You get the signed thing and all of that. So it's up to you if people watching this feel like that's value for you, $1,000 for a picture. But yeah, I agree. There's no way that they could still charge $1,000 and not give you a picture with the band. So I'm hoping that people got refunds, partial or full, whatever it may be. Yeah. But what's your thought of them, putting the joke aside to actually then maybe Gene giving up some money? What were your thoughts of them canceling the event because of the whole coronavirus situation going on?
Well, obviously, it's something that we really need to be concerned with. I mean, you hear mixed things about whether or not the media is putting this a little bit out of proportion. If you remember before this whole coronavirus, they were talking about how many people were acquiring the flu, and the numbers were going up, and the amount of people who were dying from the flu. And obviously, that's kind of in the shadow of this now. Obviously, we all need to take precautions, and I can't really blame the band for doing this, because you're meeting people and, you're in contact. But quite honestly, I mean, I guess you limit your chances the less you do that. I mean, you're going into airports, you're going into cars, because from what I understand, I think it could live on the surface, and people, please, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it may be up to like 7 days or something like that I heard recently, So I guess my point being is that no matter where they are, if somebody has it, unless you're walking around with gloves or whatever, but even that I think could still attach itself to surfaces. So even though if you're wearing a glove or what, I mean, it's kind of scary in a sense, but I think the band is doing the right thing, but again, you got to do the right thing by the fans. If there's still, if for this particular show,
Right.
I mean, I don't know if people who planned an event, because I know they planned this stuff in advance.
Right.
People should be getting their money back. They shouldn't
I
be,
agree.
taking pictures, and that's for the same $1,000. So that's opinion of that.
No, absolutely. And look, I agree with you. Look, Gene Simmons is 70 years old. Stanley's in his late 60s. Even Eric and Tommy are not young like us two, of course. To me, it makes a lot of sense for them to want to take precautions at this point. I did not begrudge them at all canceling this. I was actually surprised. I was in Los Angeles 2 nights beforehand, as you know, and I know they still did the meet and greet there. In fact, the seat I was sitting in, I was able to see Tommy taking some pictures kind of like off on the side of the stage with people, before the show began, right before David Lee Roth started. And I thought to myself, I'm surprised they're still doing that, actually, because, there is a risk. I'm no doctor. I have no freaking clue. I might drink a Dr. Pepper. I might listen to Dr. Love, and that's the extent of the doctor knowledge I have, So
You're leaving out Dr. Feelgood, but I'll
Dr.
forgive you
Feelgood,
for that.
that's right. sorry, no.
Excuse me.
Very funny.
It's still early here.
That's right.
Yeah.
So to me, I totally understand why they would want to do this and cancel these. It's interesting. I'm actually going to a Comic-Con in a couple of weeks with my daughter. And
Thanks for the invite.
no problem. I didn't want you there. Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor from Star Wars is going to be there, and a bunch of other people as well. It's a really big event in
Wait. Nobody from Kiss is going to be there, and you're going to some sort of event?
No Kiss. No Kiss. In fact, nobody from music at all. I'm Star Wars related. Yeah. So I'm going with my daughter. But you ready for this? About 2 or 3 days ago, they sent us an email, and they posted on Facebook that said the event is not being canceled, but you're not allowed to touch any of the guests when you take a picture.
Now you got to run in. Hey!
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like,
taking away the change.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what the? I'm like, what the hell? How? Like, so when you walk in, what are you gonna do? Like, stay away. This will be an interesting one. How they kind of try to adhere to something like that. So when I heard that, I was like, would if I rather have been canceled? Not that I'm gonna run in and give these guys a hug or whatever. That's not the point. But now it's gonna be like, I'm gonna be very self-conscious as I walk in. I'm like, all right, am I not allowed to get too close? What's gonna happen if I touch him? Is it gonna be like security guards pounding on top of me? Please punch him.
Again, what's interesting about this is that, again, I don't know all the facts, so again, people, you could write in comments and saying this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, but I never heard, at least with the flu, which has been around for how many years? Mm-hmm. And last year there was a flu epidemic. This year, before that they were taking all these precautions. So right. I'm not saying one is better. One is worse than the other, mm-hmm. and maybe one is better than the other to get it. You're gonna roll the dice, but. Right. But it's, that's again what I'm saying is that obviously we need to take precautions and stuff. The media, they blow this out of proportion a bit, probably. They have to do a job. They have to, they're trying to sell a product, and a big story is helping them do that. I get it. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily always agree how they do it.
Agreed.
And how they put certain things aside that's more important, or in my opinion, for something else. Mm-hmm. But I just think that's, something I think about is that, that this flu thing has been an epidemic for the last couple of years, and it seems to have gotten worse. Mm-hmm. But you don't hear about Comic-Cons and this and don't touch, don't smell,
right.
Don't
Absolutely.
So
let me ask you, right? So you're playing a bunch. You playing a bunch of bands, right? And I think even before you were telling me you played a show last night. You're playing in bars and in clubs and in things like that. Do you get concerned, or you're like, whatever, I don't care. I'm going. I'm having a good time, and you don't even think about it?
No, I mean, quite honestly, I played last night, and I thought about everywhere I walked amongst the place. Now, I wasn't obsessive about it, mm-hmm. but I'm normally careful when I go into the bathroom. I always grab a paper towel or whatever to open the door, or I use my sleeve. I'm pretty good like that, you know. Right. I don't want to get sick. I'm not even talking about corona. I'm just a common cold I don't want to get,
Right, of course.
But certainly when I was getting something at the bar or something like that, I was thinking about it throughout the night, definitely, and Now, I was playing the show, I think, Friday night, and somebody was talking to me and was literally like, I had to take my glasses off, so there's so many spit speckles on it. I was just like, it was just like, I'm thinking this is where I get it.
Right.
Yeah. This is where somebody's going to see my corona,
So now let me ask you, with all your records behind there, will you still go to record stores and touch and feel all the albums and go through?
Well, that's another thing. I mean, I went to my favorite record store in the world, one of the best record stores, Princeton Record Exchange last week, and I spent about 2.5 hours like digging through
Mm-hmm.
records. So much that when I was done, again, to use the glasses, there was so much dust particles on my glasses from
Mm-hmm.
just the, going through. And, I thought of it kind of after the fact because I was so in the moment of doing it. And I'm like, how many things I just touched,
Mm-hmm.
and surfaces. Yeah, I'm definitely more cognizant to it now. But
But it
again,
does look like you picked up a good John Travolta or Olivia Newton-John album in the background there.
listen, most people would be jealous to own this record. No,
That's right.
it is the two of a kind soundtrack, but really this is a one of a kind.
But wait, hold on. And it looks like it's the promotional copy.
Well, yes, as you can see that.
So
All right.
you can't beat that now.
And come on, just that alone is worth it.
That's great. That's great. Sorry, that just caught my eye.
Yeah, I just would love to see like the photo. Like, all right, so I want you to hold her. All right, put your arm. Like, I want to know how the art direction went on that.
Yeah, we'll maybe try to find that out one day.
I have a very eclectic collection, as you know.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, see, I definitely look. Even when I was there, I was looking. They have like hand sanitizers in the place, and I was kind of going over and even at work now, they put them by the elevator doors where you first walk in on every floor, and pretty much every time I go through, I'm doing it. So
you've always been a little Felix Unger also.
Oh yeah, so you do what you can, but I can't be for those people from the '70s and remember the movie The Boy in the Plastic Bubble, I'm not looking to order one of those things and live inside one of those, but you definitely should be careful.
Right. So now let me ask you. Obviously, you're still doing your shows. What if you have tickets to go to a concert during the summer, indoor arena, 5,000 seats, 10,000 seats? Are you hesitant to go, or are you like, yeah, I'm going, I'm having a good time?
No, I think I'd still be going. The only thing I would be concerned with, quite honestly, and obviously this applies more to you this year than me, is the cruises, because I've heard some stuff about, so that would be something that, because then if something does happen, you're stuck on a damn boat, But that would be one thing I would be more concerned with, because you're amongst however many, was it 3,000 people, something like that?
Yeah, 2,500. Maybe with the workers, it's about 3,000 or so. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right down with the food. You're down. There's always so many different things, and just because you've heard of some cases with some cruise ships and stuff like that. But
absolutely.
But I mean, to go to a show and stuff like that, I mean, it could happen in your local bodega or something like that.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Where's there more of a risk? I guess wherever there's more populated, where people are circulating, I kind of understand that. If all of a sudden you're dumping, even if you go into Madison Square Garden, you're dumping 20,000 people in at once, whatever the number is going to be, obviously you run more risk than your local bagel store, you know what I mean? Where, maybe they get, I don't know, 100 people in the day. I don't know what the numbers are, but I'm going to go out there with one of those clickers, click.
You should. And then you should keep track of, is that a poppy bagel or a sesame bagel?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Cream cheese, or was that scallion? Oh, hold on, wait a second. Yeah.
Because those are the stats we need in life.
Yeah.
No, so look, I agree with you. And I literally just flew to Los Angeles this week. I ate at the Rainbow Bar and Grill, so I wasn't in the slightest bit concerned to go into a public place. I went to the Staples Center, saw the Kiss David Lee Roth show, was flying, twice within a 36-hour period. Of course, I took a little bit of precautions that maybe I wouldn't normally take. When I was in the bathroom, I washed my hands for like 37 hours, I think it was. When I got on the plane, I kind of just...
They say sing happy birthday twice, I think. Is that the thing I've heard to say?
Yeah, I actually turned 55 while I was sitting in there just singing happy birthday to myself.
Trust me, pal, you don't want to accelerate that process.
No, especially since I'm not even 50 yet. But that's
exactly.
But I took precautions. But look, I'm not letting it stop me from having a good time. I've got tickets to like 6 or 7 different concerts this summer. I'm going to every single one of them, indoors, outdoors, club. It does not matter to me one bit. I have thought a little bit about the Kiss Cruise. I have, my ticket already for that. And like you said, I've heard about, other cruise ships kind of getting people not allowed to get off and all of that. So it's in the back of my mind. But I'm like, yeah, that's November, whatever. I'm not going to worry about that. So, maybe if my cruise was in 2 or 3 weeks, I'd probably still go, but I'd be a little bit more worried about it. But by November, I'm hoping this is all kind of under control and it's old news, so to speak. So I'm not letting it stop me from having a good time. I understand why Kiss stopped the meet and greets. I've thought about my Comic-Con thing and kind of having all those people in tight quarters and taking pictures, but I'm still going to that as well. I'm not letting any of this stop me from having a good time. And, look, like I said, I'm no doctor, but my advice to people would be, take precautions, be smart, but have a good time. Enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Be out there,
Yeah.
have fun. I made a joke before about the only doctors I know, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Love, and Dr. Feelgood, right?
Hmm.
But my sister-in-law is actually a doctor, all kidding aside. And my brother is a, what is it called? The guy that sells the pills at the drugstore.
Salesman? I don't know.
No, the pharmacist. Pharmacist, there's the
Yeah.
word. That's old age creeping in there.
The guy who sells the drugs at the.
Yeah, he's on the street corner. Cocaine.
Yeah, exactly.
No, so my brother's a pharmacist. They've all told me, both told me, don't sweat this. Be careful, but don't sweat it. But anyway, my opinion: go out there, have a good time, enjoy your shows, enjoy your concerts. If the meet and greets are still going on, enjoy the meet and greets, but be smart about it. That's it. And hopefully, buddy, for you, while you're doing all these shows, because you do 4 or 5 shows a week, hopefully I continue to know you for years to come.
I hope so too. Yeah.
So, on that note, anything else on this lovely topic? Now that we're both doctors and medical experts.
Oh yeah. We're doing consultations, free consultations.
Okay.
If you need any more, we don't want to give everything out over here,
That's right.
on this forum. But
That's right.
no, I think I basically said what needs to be said, and I don't know if I educated anybody, but this is just opinion. So that's really what we're all about here.
Absolutely. It's just about opinion, and we'd love to hear your opinions. Are you going to have this stop you from going to your concerts during the summer? What if you have a meet and greet? Are you going to try to get refunds for your meet and greet because you're concerned about the coronavirus? Let's just say a band or an artist doesn't cancel theirs. Are you going to contact them and look to cancel it? What are your thoughts? Leave us some comments below. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know if you think we're crazy for even worrying about this stuff. And I think that's it for right now.
All right, cool.
Buddy, always a pleasure talking.
Same here.
Later, pal.
Later.